Unfortunately, this simple life-saving practice has become part of the political debate that says this: if you're for Trump, you don't wear a mask, and if you're against Trump, you do. That's why I've suggested that the president occasionally wear a mask, even though in most cases it's not necessary for him to do so.
Senator Lamar Alexander saying the debate on wearing a mask is turning political, but is it even legal to make it mandatory? 21 states and the District of Columbia now require masks for people indoors and in public spaces. Let's get some insight from former U.S. Attorney Brett Tolman. And Brett, it's great to see you again. And I see we don't have your excellent Salt Lake City background, but your room looks great as well. I know a lot of people have been wondering this, that we try to be respectful. We want to do what the government says we need to do to flatten the curve, not overwhelm the hospitals. But under what legal authority is the government allowed to do that to us?
So your state and city governments do have the ability during emergency circumstances to issue rulings, in essence, orders that are temporary, and they are meant to stave off some existing emergency. The problem we really have here, Dana, is we're getting inconsistent messages and inconsistent treatments across the country, and everybody is noticing it.
One of the things that I brought up yesterday with some friends was just that when you have a mandatory evacuation in a hurricane area, the government can make you go. Is a mask something, a mandatory mask wearing mandate, something similar?
Well, great analogy. And what's going to be interesting is they can make that rule, they can issue that order. Their way to enforce it is through the use of police power, which the states have, and they're the only ones that can exercise the police power in that regard. So are they going to do that? Are we going to start seeing then arrests? And what an interesting and unbelievable time that may be happening right as some of the same cities are calling and screaming for defunding of the police.
Indeed. And the other thing is that I think that you see a lot of these business owners who they are desperate to get back open. This is their livelihood. This is how they serve their communities, and this is how they pay their workers. But they don't have any backup. They're the ones having to enforce the mask wearing in their stores because the police don't have time or resources to be able to go around and do it for them. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And it's really hard when we see areas that are different geographically, and spacing seems to be more effective there as opposed to some of our larger cities. But the thing that really is difficult as the country watches and sees the mortality rate going down and the positive tests going up, they're left confused as to whether we're really in an emergency or is this more like a regular flu that we deal with every year.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Brett Tolman. Good to have you.